It's Week 4 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jags and the Falcons coming up next.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this down to the 10. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Keelan Cole, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Mariota. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Mariota. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On play action, now Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Brady's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, It's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Now Brady. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get.
Keep it up, guys. 47's the mic, boys. 47.
First down, Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And that one off the mark, a little late with the throw. Brady now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Flush to his right. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. All that for a 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Now Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of time.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keelan Cole with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike's 22. Mike's 22.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And now here's a carry heading left. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Mariota. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty simple. In his own end zone, it's Brady. Dancing to his left. And oh, a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. There's Robinson showing the flash.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Rolling to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Pushing his way through, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Here's 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. 21-0 our score after 1. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And Brady's throw there incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson shrugs him off. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And shutting him off. Now open field. Still going. They can't stop him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Robinson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Robinson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. And he was... They go play action. Mariota. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. After the sack on 1st down, Brady. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle. It's a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism.
And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play for the Jaguars. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Lawrence going to throw again.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. So back-to-back, touchdown! Keelan Cole on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now they go screen. It's complete. Still fighting. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they... after an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Brady going to throw. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Let's go. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on them.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. A nice run on 1st down gets him 6 yards to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down. This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now here on EA Sports, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, past the 20. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. James Robinson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Jaguars continue to roll. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense. Middle of the field.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that, because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Room to run again. Strong running at the 30 and down to the 28-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jags, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.